So Learn to Play the Piano Book 4 is a follow-on series from books 1, books 2 and book 3. Book 5 will be out later on in this year. And what's new for book 4 and book 3 is that they now are available with a songbook which is accompanied with them. So the songbook contains 10 pieces which are made up of well-known classical pieces and some original pieces by me. And these books, these are like extra kind of addendum books. They go hand in hand with the Learn to Play the Piano Book 4. This has been specifically tailor-made to go hand in hand with this book, just if you want some extra pieces to have a go at. Well, the link from where to buy them is directly above my head. I'll put a direct link in the description bar underneath this video as well. So let's get on with the lesson. Just before I go into lesson 32, I just want to point out that you will see that the book is blurred. It's only been blurred for the purpose of this video, and it's just to protect the copyright of this book. When you buy and download your copy of the book, you'll get a crystal clear edition, of course. So lesson 32 is semiquavers stroke 16th notes. Semiquavers is what we call them here in the UK. 16th notes is what they might be called, you guys call them in the US. So semiquavers or 16th notes are similar looking to quavers stroke 8th notes. All the information you kind of need is in here. The quavers or the 8th notes are worth half of a beat, and the semiquavers or the 16th notes are worth a quarter of a beat, which is half of what a quaver or an 8th note is worth. So I've done a note tree diagram below to show you, but a crotchet or a quarter note is worth 1 beat. A quaver or an 8th note is worth half a beat, so we can get 2 quavers or 8th notes inside a crotchet stroke quarter beat, and we can get 4 semiquaver or 16th notes inside a crotchet. So as you can see, it goes down. So a crotchet or a quarter note is worth 1 beat, a quaver or an 8th note is worth half a beat, and a semiquaver or a 16th note is worth quarter of a beat. So if you think about having a piece of cake in front of you, and your cake is worth 1, so your cake is worth a crotchet or a quarter note, cut that in half, and then you've got 2 quaver or 8th notes. You cut that in half again, you end up with 4 quarters. In other words, those quarters are called semiquavers or 16th notes. But this note tree will kind of help you and show you what goes into where. So the first note you've got at the top, the semibreve or the whole note. The more you get down to the bottom, or the further towards the bottom you get, the more notes will go in that. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, you can get 16 semiquavers or 16th notes inside a semibreve. So whichever way you're going up or going down, you can see, it just gives you a visual idea of where our semiquavers or 16th notes sit in terms of all the other notes that we've learnt. So moving on to page 6, just reaffirms, you can read all of that information. I won't read that out, but it just reaffirms more or less what I've just said with a little bit more information. And then going on to page 7 and page 8 and 9 are 2 pieces now that incorporate your semiquaver or 16th notes, which I'm going to play for you. So how you're going to count those is you've just got to divide the bar. So when you have a look at, remember that I know this music is blurred, but when you're looking at your copy, you'll be able to follow along with me. So if you're looking at the whole main bar 1, so excluding those 2 little semiquavers or 16th notes that you get to start, that are starting off, looking at the whole main bar, you should be able to count the quavers by now. And to count the semiquavers, we're going to be counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and something like that. So, well, you know, however you want to count it. So the first G you've got is a quaver or an 8th note, and the second 2 Gs are our new 16th notes or semiquavers, and they both come under that 1 chord. The other reason why I put William Tell in here is because everybody knows. So everybody knows the tune. So by knowing a familiar tune, it helps you to count out the semiquavers there. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so that's simply how you're going to count it out, and it's pretty much the same all the way through. So I'm going to play William Tell for you now. just want to point out at bar 10, just be careful that some of the fingers are getting a little bit close together. There's nothing exciting going on there, but you just want to be aware that your hands are getting quite close together, but that's absolutely fine. So moving on to Arabesque on page 8. Be careful when you get to bar 19, you've got those semiquavers in the left hand. So you might find that your left hand's a little bit weaker. So just practice those. So you just want to practice those. You know, just up and down the scale so you can get those. And that's it for lesson 32. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Don't forget the links to both Learn to Play the Piano Book 4 and the Songbook 4 will be linked directly underneath this video. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next lesson.